INEC chairman assures of free and fair governorship election in Anambra meets staff for preparations. At nuclear talks in New York, Nigeria advocates urgent action on fissile material treaty. And maritime experts urge Nigerian government to focus inwards for shipping growth. Hello and many thanks for joining us on the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We are broadcasting live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. INEC today held a strategic meeting in preparation for the forthcoming Anambra State governorship election, the area council election in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and the conduct of party primaries for the Ekiti and Osun state governorship elections. The meeting, presided over by the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, also approved the 2025 promotion of 471 deserving junior staff of the Commission on the recommendation of the Appointment, Promotion and Disciplinary Committee in line with the staff conditions of service. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu at the meeting assures the people of Anambra State of a transparent exercise. The immediate past national chairman of the governing All Progressives Congress, APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and the deputy president of the Senate, Jibrin Barau, have led other party chieftains to declare support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election in 2027. The Kano State chapter of the party said the developmental strides recorded under the Renewed Hope government has exceeded all expectations and pledged unwavering commitment and support for the party and administration beyond 2027. Ganduje explained that the Kano chapter of the party is united and will continue to leverage its strength in mobilizing more membership that will translate to landslide victories in all future elections. Nigeria has reaffirmed commitment to global nuclear disarmament and is advocating immediate action to commence negotiations on a fissile material cut-off treaty. The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Abubakar Badaru, stated this at the first ministerial meeting of the FMCT convened by Japan on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Describing the treaty as both a legal necessity and a moral duty, the minister notes that closing the fissile material gap is the most realistic way of stopping an uncontrolled arms race, in addition to rebuilding trust, strengthening the Non-Proliferation Treaty. The federal government has declared war on rabies, a disease, as part of efforts to meet the global deadline of ending the disease by 2030. This was revealed by the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, at the Inter-Ministerial Press Briefing to mark World Rabies Day 2025. Yusuf Jika reports.
Rabies is a deadly viral disease that affects the nervous system of mammals and humans, usually transmitted through the bite of an infected animal such as dogs, cats, birds, and other wildlife. To commemorate the gravity of this dreaded disease is the reason for this assemblage of experts to foster collaborations that align with global efforts to eradicate the disease.
So rabies is preventable. So that is really, we are aware. So vaccine is available, either dog or human, it is available. So how we will use it, how we will...
There's need for zoo curators to pay attention and adopt all the necessary health preventers.
To continue to spread awareness, engaging relevant stakeholders, and see how they can support the ongoing efforts of the government.
Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, said Nigeria is moving fast to end rabies as government will procure 7,000 doses of anti-rabies vaccine for mass dog vaccination and 700 doses of pre-exposure vaccine for animal health workers, among other measures put in place.
The time to act is now. Delaying means more lives lost. Lives of our children, farmers, friends, colleagues, and loved ones.
The World Rabies Day is slated for 28th of September, and the theme of this year's celebration is Act Now, Me, You, and the Community. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Maritime experts are urging Nigeria to look inwards in growing its shipping industry. On NTS program Good Morning Nigeria, they questioned the reliance on foreign-built vessels under the proposed Capital Vessel Finance Fund. Their call comes as the world marks World Maritime Day 2025 with the theme, Our Oceans, Our Obligation, and Our Opportunities. Ekemini Williams monitored the discussion.
Nigeria is marking World Maritime Day alongside the global community, with the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy showcasing significant progress in tackling industry challenges since its establishment 2 years ago. Dr. Bolaji Akinola, Special Assistant to the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy on Media and Communications, highlighted notable developments, including a $1 billion contract for upgrading and modernizing Lagos, Apapa, and Tinkan Island ports.
Also, the procurement contracts for the modernization of and upgrade of the eastern ports, the ports in Port Harcourt, Onne, Warri, and the rest of them, is already in the works. So you see, all these things will not happen in just 2 years.
Maritime experts warn that Nigeria's maritime sector faces significant challenges, including underdeveloped waterways, inadequate infrastructure, and safety concerns. They caution that copying policies without proper foundations can be counterproductive, emphasizing the need for tailored solutions to unlock the sector's potential and drive economic growth.
We have to address the issue of ports, ships, and freight services, because that is the most important and gainful aspects of the maritime economy.
So we need to develop manpower, and the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program is there, but a lot needs to be done. For instance, the cadets from Maritime Academy of Nigeria, Oron, that have graduated, they need to have bed space for training. There is one thing for you to go to the Maritime Academy of Nigeria, Oron, to have the theoretical certificate, but you need practical experience. You need a minimum of 12 to 18 months sea time.
Now, on Cabotage Vessel Finance Fund, yes, the minister has made a statement, but it's not going to take a long time for that fund to be depleted. Why? Because we are giving money to Nigerian ship owners to go and buy built vessels that are built abroad. So what is our money doing? Our money is going abroad to develop foreign shipyards. So if we know the type, the quantity and quality of vessels that we need to operate the cabotage industry, if Nigerians can collaborate with shipbuilders so that first and foremost the vessels are built here in Nigeria.
I challenge you, sir. What you have said, that we need a shipyard in Nigeria, I agree. Please take that initiative too. Invite your friends from abroad to come invest in Nigerian shipyard. This government is is business friendly.
With these developments, the industry is expected to experience significant growth, enhancing efficiency, competitiveness, and economic development. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
The federal government has warned of heavy rainfall and potential flooding across 15 states and 69 communities from September 24th to 28th, 2025. This is contained in a statement from the Ministry of Environment's National Flood Early Warning Center. The advisory lists Adamawa, Anambra, Bayelsa, Borno, Delta, Edo, Imo, Kano, Katsina, Ondo, Oyo, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, and Zamfara as risk states. Communities such as Yola, Yenagoa, Warri, Benin City, Oguta, Kano, Jibia, Akure, Oyo, Ahoada, Shagari, Seti, and Gusau are particularly vulnerable. Stakeholders are therefore advised to take preventive measures to protect lives and property. Nigeria's foremost leadership training school, the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, has commenced processes to reform its flagship senior executive course for maximum impact. This is the reason stakeholders converged on a conference in Abuja to review the program's content, nomination process, and funding, all aimed at producing leaders ready to tackle today's complex national challenges. Ekene Ndulue reports.
The Senior Executive Course of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies is one of Nigeria's most prestigious leadership and policy programs. For decades, it has shaped decision makers across government, security, and the private sector. Now, the Institute is reviewing the course to align with today's realities. This conference brought together representatives from nominating institutions to re-examine key areas, from admission criteria and course content to organization and funding.
We want to move ourselves forward, both in terms of structure, content, and nomination, and even funding. That is one. Secondly is that we want our stakeholders to be on the same page with us.
After their group sessions, participants proposed fresh ideas to strengthen the program and make it more relevant to emerging challenges.
We therefore recommended that there is the need to reduce participant number to 10 per syndicate for more effective group dynamics and outcomes.
Increase federal allocation through lobbying, establish endowment fund supported by alumni and corporate partners.
Then we now also said that nomination agencies shall face a 2-year sanction if they submit unqualified candidates.
As deliberations end, NIPS is confident that the reforms will produce a new class of leaders better equipped to solve complex organizational problems and drive national development. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulue, NTA News.
32 kidnapped victims have been rescued in the last 14 days by the Nigerian Armed Forces in ongoing operations across the country. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kanye, stated this at the Defense Headquarters, Abuja, during the bi-weekly update on military operations. During the period under review, 63 terrorists were arrested, 16 illegal refining sites recovered and deactivated, while 19 oil thieves apprehended.
The success of ongoing operation is a testament to the determination and resilience of our troops, who continue to work tirelessly to secure the nation. The Defense Headquarters commend the bravery and professionalism of the troops involved in all operations and assures Nigerians of its continued effort to ensure the safety and security of our citizens.
Several caches of arms were recovered and criminal camps destroyed. This is the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return. Do stay.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
Nigeria at 65, a continental giant takes another step forward, navigating the contradiction fueled by a colorful and resourcefully diverse populace, yet questions linger on the destination of state, propelled by the vagaries of nationhood. What is your contribution to this journey? Join the NTA and an eclectic mix of everything Nigerian, from the academic deans to the street kings, who will lend their voices on the platform that has always been a part of the journey. The NTA on October 1st, 2025.
Many thanks for staying on. In view of emerging global conflicts, traditional and religious leaders are advocating a whole government and society approach to enhance lasting peace and security. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa was at a stakeholders' engagement on peace, national security, and searched for common ground to facilitate socio-economic development.
Yeah, we've had a lot of positive feedbacks. We've seen where we have both Christians and Muslims that never live together because of the crisis, come together, do activities together, and also we've seen where the community stakeholders take ownership of these initiatives to see how they promote freedom of religion and belief in their communities.
Something that people of all faith, people who don't have a faith, that we all believe in is the importance of human life, and that this is what everything goes back to. So once we have that as a basis, then we can move forward in understanding how to have conflict resolution, how to work together and solve conflict.
The government should continue funding this kind of program, and we should learn our lesson and learn to live in peace with one another.
Of the platform is to encourage freedom of religious belief and interfaith dialogue, critical component for peaceful coexistence. The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRIA, has sealed several facilities in the Southwest Zone over environmental non-compliance. The move comes as part of efforts to enforce environmental regulations and protect public health. Correspondent Mina Daniels reports that at a media briefing in Abuja, the Director General and Chief Executive Officer, NESRIA, Professor Innocent Bariko, announced that the agency had sealed multiple facilities across the southwest zone of the country for failing to comply with national environmental regulations.
Their offenses include lack of environmental documents such as environmental audit reports, environmental impact statements, permits, lack of fume treatment plants, indiscriminate discharge of black oil, failure to carry out blood lead tests on staff, no proper slag management, manual battery breaking and washing, and non-compliance with the extended producer responsibility program.
Professor Bariko revealed that several sectors, including manufacturing, waste management, and agro-processing, were among the defaulters. NESRIA says it will continue to monitor compliance nationwide, with more enforcement actions expected in the coming weeks. You're still on to the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We'll take a break. Here is a recap of our top stories. INEC chairman assures of free and fair governorship election in Anambra, meets staff for preparations. At nuclear talks in New York, Nigeria advocates urgent action on fissile material treaty. Maritime experts urge Nigerian government to focus inwards for shipping growth.
This is NTA News 24.
It was not just an advocacy to drive cultural preservation, but it was about linking Nigeria's culture with those who tell its story. As the leadership of the Radio, Television and Theatre and Art Workers Union, RATAU, visited the Director General, National Commission for Museums and Monuments in Abuja. Nigeria's museums and monuments are not just repositories of history. They are living spaces that reflect collective identity and aspirations. And unions such as the Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, RATAU, are partners in promoting and preserving this national heritage.
Without us, people wouldn't have heard about Festac 77 where the mask was unveiled. Nobody would have heard those. It's the media.
The union makes us strong.
This engagement between the leadership of RATAU and that of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments is therefore to foster strong partnership that will help promote Nigeria's rich cultural heritage and help improve the welfare of cultural and media workers.
I want to reassure RATAU that the NCMM prioritizes staff welfare, prioritizes the rights of workers, and definitely will do everything in our power to ensure that we have an open door relationship with RATAU, and we will continue to work with you.
With this critical engagement and the strategic partnerships that we establish, we'll be able to also get funding for projects that are not statutory.
It is hoped that this synergy between labor and culture will go a long way in promoting Nigeria's cultural heritage. In Abuja, Chinenye Nwoye, NTA News. The growing trend of gender-based violence is about to witness a decline as northern religious and traditional leaders are joining forces to fight against the menace. This was at a stakeholders dialogue in Abuja to proffer Islamic perspectives in prevention of gender-based violence. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim reports.
1 in 3 women are said to experience a form of violence, a threat that knows no region or religion. But this is about to change for the better with the involvement of religious and traditional leaders from the north.
Islamic religion has general and specific texts prohibiting violence. The general text calls on every person to respect others, treat them kindly, and even respond to abuse with kindness.
For over 2 decades, the Development Research and Project Center, a faith-based group, and partners have been pushing for social transformation in northern societies through dialogues like this.
It is a story about how traditional authority and faith leadership, when equipped with the right tools, knowledge, and dialogue, can become a powerful force for social change.
If this could be thoroughly employed in the daily activities of Muslims, then there shall be less GBV and possibly GBV-free society.
With this information, then they will be able to relay this to their community, because we all know that the religious leaders, they are very influential in their community.
At the end of this dialogue, Muslim opinion leaders are expected to take the message of women's rights, maternal health, and gender equality to places of worship and community across northern Nigeria. In Abuja, Sadwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Nwoye.